Today is day 11 of my journey to 2000. Today was a pretty bad day, really bad day. I'm playing too fast. My mind is gonna be less preoccupied or like on Monday-ish, so hopefully it gets better then. But I did 51 puzzles today. These were my games. This was the Alekin's defense with the Scandinavian. I realize a lot of people around this level use this defense. By the way, I'm like a low 1500 now. I'm just playing so bad now. I don't know what's going on, but played all the best moves until this move because I don't freaking know the best moves. But this move makes sense. I feel like I made this mistake before of bringing the bishop out. But the reason why it's bad is because my opponent can attack really quickly, but eventually we equalize, and I move all my pieces around. I'm playing pretty well, and we trade everything, and I'm feeling pretty good here because we traded everything. And here, the engine is like, hey, just get into the position. You're doing some crazy stuff. Well, not like that. Then you hang the queen. And I'm just like, nope. I'm like, nope, I'm not getting into the position. I'm bringing my knight in because I'm thinking of ideas like this, bringing my queen in, and I forget the pawn could just move forward and black is fine. And so this happens. I get scared of a potential pin this way, but again, the engine is like, nope, don't worry, get your rook active into the game. Well, makes sense, makes sense. Instead, I'm fighting on the defensive here. And I'm aware of this pin on my pawn, so I try to play around that. And I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to play this knight move in the perfect timing. Perfect time. If he takes, then he loses the initiative. And if he pushes the pawn, you know, maybe I could win the rook later. And here I'm thinking this is a good move because, hey, if he wants to trade, I'll go for it. If he wants to come here, he's just losing. And if he tries to bring the rook closer, I could target it and maybe do this move. I was thinking of something like this. Something like this. And I'm thinking, okay, that's actually good. What ends up happening in the game? Well, actually, that's exactly what ends up happening in the game. At first, I bring this rook over, which I don't need to do. I could just go straight into the knight move here. But I bring the rook over to just have additional protection on that pawn. And then he falls for it. My opponent falls for it, and I get into the position. I eat the bishop. I think my opponent just gave up at this point. Oh, they had 25 seconds. I didn't even notice that. I go for trading the rooks, and then I guess he ran out of time. I thought he just resigned. I didn't even notice. Okay, second game. Second game. I really need to work on endgames. That's what I'm learning lately. So here, apparently this was a good move. Kind of crazy for me to see, because if takes, I'm not really putting pressure here. He could attack. And yeah, I didn't see anything here. But apparently, if I had this f-pawn attacking, then it would be a different game. Maybe it looks something like this. Maybe over here, I don't know, I take with this pawn. This is a little confusing for me. So it says queen d. I didn't analyze this that much. Oh, attacking this pawn with two pieces. Now, if he goes here, yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna overanalyze it, but apparently there's a lot of stuff going on, and I'm in a better position. Well, I guess his king is more open. He has all these pieces not moving. But anyway, that's not what happened. Instead, in this game, in this Philidor defense, I take, thinking I'm simplifying things. I'm okay with him taking, so I could get the knight taking back. But apparently, I was just winning, and I kind of equalized it and took away my initiative. I think the point was to put a lot of pressure here. I saw this, and I saw this, and I saw the fork, and I saw maybe the knight could protect the knight going for the fork or something, but I didn't see any actual attack. Maybe the bishop could have rerouted to look here, but then the pawn just moved. I don't know. I didn't really see anything. So I just went into an equal position here. I moved my king out of the way. I stopped the knight from coming in here. And I go for all these trades because I'm thinking, okay, my rook is into the game. I didn't see this move, which is such a nasty move, right? Look at that. Woo! And then this doesn't work because of the knight. That just looks so cool. Maybe it wasn't that move order exactly, but it looked cool. Didn't do that. Didn't really see this bishop move, but kind of saw it. Yeah, and here it works nicely. Because now this is, like, easier to target. But it's still even. Still an even game. I'm guessing because the rook could get to my 7th rank. So anyway, his rook doesn't come into the game, and I'm thinking, okay, maybe I have a chance here. Apparently, I was supposed to go on the defensive, but I was thinking to go on the offensive and try to break through. I come in with my knight, attack the bishop, and here I'm like, there's something here. And I find this beautiful fork. I saw that he could check me, but I thought it was okay. I could get away. And then I have this move. And I'm thinking here, and I'm thinking, okay, if I take here, and he takes, I take this. Fine, but then he could start targeting stuff. I guess I didn't see... Oops. I didn't see this, which protects the pawn. I didn't see that. But I looked at that line. And then I thought, this is better because this attacks, and he can't really block it. Because if he does this, I just take the rook, and if he does this, I'll trade, and I'll get out of there. Well, this is what happened. I took with the knight, and stupid me, I'm thinking, I'm going to get stuck here. I can't go here. I can't go here. He's going to move the pawn. It's going to be really hard for my knight to get out. Stupid me. Forgot that the knight can move here to e6. And boom, I'm winning. I'm attacking the pawn pushes forward. I can check maybe, whatever, like I leave the knight there maybe and just start pushing, right? Even maybe pushing this. Oh no, because then the bishop takes, maybe, but yeah, I just go the wrong way and my knight gets taken. The bishop protects the pawn, actually, is what I meant there. And here I just kind of blitz out moves in a desperado kind of thing, trying to win, and here I sack that pawn to get the other pawn, and yeah, it's just a lost game. I had nothing I could do. The third game went pretty well. Yeah, I'm actually kind of curious what my accuracy is. Here I had 81.7%. Here I had 87.3%. In this game I had 88.1% accuracy. I feel like a pro. Like, that sounds like such a high number, but it's not good enough at this level, I guess. I was thinking of this not to undevelop my bishop, but for some reason I didn't play it because I remember I feel like I lose so many games with this pawn structure. Like in this scenario in the Caro-Kann. I don't know why. And that's why the best move here is this. That prevents the check and stuff, but I digress. I was kind of playing kind of fast, and I was like, oh, this might not be the best position, but I kind of like how my knights are defending each other, and everything's kind of nicely put here. I didn't see this move. You know, attacking and getting this pawn maybe is the purpose here. And just putting more pressure there. But I'm thinking, okay, my knight will take back the bishop, my knight will get into the position, and maybe I could even sacrifice. The craziest, the coolest thing here is I actually looked at this line, but I didn't take the risk because I saw a lot of times when I sack pieces, it doesn't work out. And I've told myself a few, if you guys, for those who have kept up with each video, each episode, I've told myself that if I sacrifice and I do some crazy line, I'm going to try to look through the entire line. So I tried. I looked at this, and what I saw was that I can't really do anything after this. Like, I could go for you know, an equal position. Apparently, Engine says that's the best move. My best move was to take here. So, yeah. I take here instead. Oh, it's funny. The engine here shows that it's better to take there. Okay, now I'm a little confused, if anyone could explain that to me. And I take the queen thinking, okay, maybe, you know, I'll get my rook in and take some stuff. Here, I thought this was a clever move. So all my pawns, I have like this crazy pawn chain. And here, I didn't spend much time thinking. I wasn't sure if this was the best move, but I thought, okay, I'm going to get my other rook into the position, and this looks really bad for white. Probably didn't play my best, but for some reason my opponent sacks a pawn, and I win the game. Okay. Game number 4, 83.1% accuracy. Jesus, my opponent played 83.4. That's a little frustrating. It was a pretty even game. It was going pretty well. I was thinking, you know what? I'm going to ruin my pawn structure here because I think it's worth it. But you know what? It is worth it. Apparently it wasn't. Even this queen move wasn't good. Which is kind of dumb by me that I didn't see the rook coming in here. But whatever, I bring the queen in. I'm starting to put a lot of pressure. And yeah, I saw that my knight could take. I saw that it could take this pawn. I saw that it could fork these rooks if the rook comes here. And that's exactly what happened. And everything kind of played out exactly like I expected. The funny thing is, I didn't see this attack. But it still played out it still played out okay. And after all this, I'm just like, okay, I'm playing so well. I blunder. I blunder because I'm thinking my opponent is giving up. I clearly have the better position. Even I could see that in this endgame. I thought maybe my opponent would go for these pawns all the way back here. You know, I was thinking all the way... Oh, wait, not all the way back there. But all the way back here, I was thinking maybe my best move is to come here. You know, or to come here, rather. Because this stops the rook from coming into my position, like, completely. But I'm like, no, I'm down a pawn. I should probably attack that other pawn. And I just walk into a checkmate. And I jumped up a little at this point because I was like, how'd I get checkmated? You know? So, I mean, kudos to my opponent. That was a really nice checkmate idea. And I just missed it. All I needed to do was give a check so that the king gets out the way and I could target this again. And this idea doesn't work because I could step forward with my king. But... And that's not even the best move, because his rook is still pretty strong. But I get checkmated. Okay, here I have 86.8% accuracy. I need to get into the 90s, like test grades or something. Nothing crazy to talk about here. I did mess up by taking here. Okay, what just happened? And my opponent played super fast, so I just played super fast in return, like an idiot. But the thought process here, why taking bad is here, is because what actually unfolds. And my best move was just to protect the bishop, and if this happens, my rook is open, look at this attack, I already have an attack. I didn't like the idea that, you know, my king is not that secured, but I'm guessing I can move the queen, maybe if we trade stuff, get the king to safety on the queen side. Anyway, none of that happened. I take back with the bishop, thinking... actually calculating that the queen here can defend and I'll have like a weird pawn section. And this is exactly what happens. And I even calculate and think that the rook's gonna come in, giving me an attack on both rooks. Like I'm not gonna lie, my vision has gotten better. I'm just losing more games, so I don't know why. Anyway, that happens. He loses his rook and I'm thinking, okay, the game's over. Let me just play it fast. And I believe this game I did, yeah, the opponent ended up resigning. I was just too powerful here. I won this game real quick. Like, it's like a minute and a half. Here, you know, I just played a game a minute and a half. Another game my opponent plays quickly. My least accurate game and my last game. And I never really get into this Scotch variation accepted 4 knights game stuff. Like, I almost never get into this opening, and my opponent is blitzing out moves, so I can only assume that this is, you know... that my opponent is used to this. And I look at all these moves and... Okay, this is a move my opponent messed up on. That's actually a clever move. Wow. Wow, that would have been very interesting. And the game kind of progresses, and I think, let me trade queens. And, you know, I'm playing fast. My opponent is playing fast. At this point, we're out of the opening. Why am I playing fast? I don't know. I don't know why I'm playing fast. But I know I'm going to lose this pawn, and it's not looking too good. But... I fight on, and then here I get this really stupid idea that, oh my god, look, this is like, you know, I should maybe take a break from puzzles. I'm like, oh my god, I could pin the rook to the king, and I see this like, right here, I'm like, okay, he's gonna take, I take back, if he pushes the pawn forward, then I could pin, and yeah, he could get my rook, but I'm gonna get his rook with check. That's what I was thinking. All of that was true. The only part I forgot was that the pawn could take me back. That there was a pawn defendant. This is what I thought the scenario would look like. Something like this. This is what I thought it would look like. Like this, and I don't know what I thought. And maybe I take back, and this is what I thought the game would look like, and I would be winning. Well, assuming that the bishop was fine, right? Something like this. Apparently, I'm still not winning. It's equal. I don't know why I would think I'm winning, but yeah, I just blitz out those moves, and I go on a little longer, and I think, okay, I picked up his bishop and rook, so I'm like, you know what? Let me try to actually stalemate. And here my opponent takes 30 seconds to think, goes for the rook, and just applies a very nice checkmate. So yeah, maybe puzzles, I don't know, maybe I should play slower, maybe I should do 15-minute games and take my time. I'm not sure, but definitely Monday I should be better. I'll have more time to dedicate to chess. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.